Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hitch. New York City has been named one of the safest large cities in the world. But of course, there are areas that have crime, much like other cities. Another problem most areas in New York are facing is, of course, traffic. Today, we are going to be talking about 10 worst neighborhoods you don't want to be in New York. Make sure you stay until number 1 as you don't want to miss this unique topic, 10 worst neighborhoods you don't want to be in New York. Let's get started. Number 10, Brooklyn Heights, Boerum Hill, and Dumbo. This might come as a surprise to many, but the seemingly safe suburbs of Brooklyn Heights and Dumbo plus Boerum Hill might not be as safe as they seem. Despite its reputation as a reliable and idyllic family neighborhood, these three areas comprise the 60th safest out of 69 neighborhoods. They rank 49 out of 69 in violent crime and 62 of 69 in property crime. The arrival of new residents in the area could be the reason why there had been a radical change in the neighborhood. According to DNA Info's Crime and Safety Report, the neighborhood has a record of 63 violent crimes per 10,000 residents. In terms of property crime rates, this area recorded a total of 142 crimes per 10,000 residents. Murders, robbery, and burglaries all rose from 2009 to 2010. Number 9, Chelsea and Hell's Kitchen. The name itself is a giveaway for its history. Hell's Kitchen, one of the worst, weakest, and most dangerous neighborhoods, was once the home of a violent gang. However, it should be noted that NYC newbies now call the neighborhood Clinton in an attempt to change the reputation of the area. Then again, the crime statistics posed by both here and Chelsea, which is now known to have high drug usage in the vicinity, and Hell's Kitchen still keep the negative image strong. Even though car thefts have lessened by 42% from 92%, the area is still one of the dangerous ones, with a crime rate of 209 violent crimes per 10,000 residents. These neighborhoods ranked 65th overall for property crime thanks to various chain and purse snatchers and bank robbers. Grand theft has gone up 46% since 2001, and rape has also spiked 67% in the same time frame. Number 8, Bedford-Stuyvesant. You might have heard of its nickname, Do or Die BedStuy. The neighborhood was the ultimate epitome of violence back in the 1980s and may still be living to its legacy to this day. Its overall crime rates have increased up to 6%, with a crime rate of 212 violent crimes per 10,000 residents. Robberies, rapes, and felony assault incidences in the area continue to rise, which worries both old and new residents. Number 7, Downtown. Downtown used to be one of the best neighborhoods in NYC until September 11th. The tragedy has taken its toll in the area, which brought about heaps of changes in the entire neighborhood. What used to be office buildings have been turned into apartments, strip clubs now turned into classy restaurants and boutiques. The crime rates in downtown have looked better these past few years, as significant crimes have fallen 79%. However, because the neighborhood has a low population, it scored high enough in property crime rates where it got 191 per 10,000 residents. Number 6, Fort Greene and Clinton Hill. Upscaling has done wonders for real estate prices in Fort Greene and Clinton Hill. Overall crime has also improved, but not enough to put the area higher than 64th safest overall, with a number 55 of 69 ranking for violent crime and 63 of 69 for property crime. A low-density population of just over 50,000, the location of dangerous housing projects, and proximity to other low-ranking areas contribute to keeping this part of the city relatively unsafe. Robberies and murders both rose last year. They hold a record of 223 significant crimes per 10,000 residents. Number 5, Flatiron and Gramercy. Flatiron and Gramercy might be a surprise, as most people see these areas to be ideal locations for both commercial and residential purposes, known to many as the affluent side of the city. The good news is that violent crime is relatively low at 29 of 60 in the Flatiron. Property crime, however, ranks 67 of 69, as criminals do the most damage in this heavily sought-after neighborhood. There were 1,481 incidents of grand theft in 2010, or 158 out of 100,000 residents. There were also slight increases in robbery and murder, which went from 1 killing to 3 in 2010. Number 4, Brownsville. Brownsville's motto may be never ran, never will, but we wouldn't call that good advice, considering DNA Info's Crime and Safety Report has dubbed Brownsville as the murder capital of New York. Brownsville was the scene of the most murders and shootings per capita in the city. It has the most number of murder incidents in the entire city, an alarming rate of 31 murder incidents per 10,000 residents. Brownsville also has a record of having 10 shooting events per 10,000 residents. Even so, it has to be noted that murders, robberies, and car thefts have all dwindled since 2010, which explains this ranking in the 10 most dangerous neighborhoods in New York City and the 66th least safe overall. Mike Tyson and Levance Fields would not be proud. Number 3. Hunts Point. Efforts have been made in the last few years to clean up industrial Hunts Point, which had a pretty horrible reputation for prostitution in particular and crime in general. Initiatives and funds have helped cut down on murders, carjackings, burglaries, and reported rapes. Despite these efforts, Hunts Point ranked 67 of 69 for crime. There were 135 violent crimes per 100,000 residents, enough to put the neighborhood dead last in the category. There were also increases in rape, up 67%, misdemeanor sex crimes, 26%, and robberies, 26%. Number 2, Greenwich Village and Meatpacking District. Where there are wealthy residents, college students, and tourists meandering through busy commercial strips, there is usually thievery. That's why the Village and Meatpacking, despite being one of the most sought-after neighborhoods in the city, is second to last in property crime, grand theft, and overall crime. Long-term trends have been good in the area, with general decreases in most categories, including overall crime, down 71% since 1993. Car theft and rape, however, have risen and are issues to watch out for here. Number 1. Midtown. Only 74,717 people live in the Midtown, but the sheer number of tourists, office and support workers, and general wanderers make the center of Manhattan one of the most trafficked areas in the city. So despite its central location, Midtown ranked dead last, 69th out of 69 in overall safety. Midtown had 729 major crimes per 10,000 people. That includes a 146% jump in rapes from the year before and a 14% rise in felony assault. Serious crimes did fall 7% overall in 2010, which is excellent considering its status as the center of tourism and nightlife in the city. However, Midtown is still the most likely place you'll become the victim of a crime in New York City. While you are here, go ahead and click one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there!